This first news story comes to us from GameSpot, written by Luis Joshua Gutierrez. Switch 2 is not coming before April 2025, devs reportedly say. A number of developers believe the next Nintendo console may not be released until well into 2025. While speaking on the GI podcast, journalist Christopher Dring sought to clear up a popular rumor that Nintendo's successor to the Switch may be released by the end of the fiscal year, which ends on March 31st, 2025. No developer I have spoken to expects it to launch in this financial year. In fact, we've been told not to expect it in this financial year. A bunch of people I spoke to hope it's out in April or May. For what it's worth, Eurogamer said it corroborated this, noting that the next Switch console won't be released until April 2025 at the very soonest. Nintendo's upcoming console release date has been in question for some time now. It was previously expected out by the end of 2024, only to be reportedly pushed back to early 2025. Recent reports suggest that it's unlikely for the upcoming console to launch before April 2025. Earlier this year, Nintendo announced that it will reveal the Switch 2 by the end of this fiscal year. The new console is reportedly similar to the original Switch, which is interesting considering the changes from previous consoles like the Wii U to the Switch. The original Nintendo Switch was launched in 2017. Since then, various versions of the console have been made, including the Switch Lite and more recently, the Switch OLED. The upcoming console may use NVIDIA's custom variant T239 processor, which is capable of running Death Stranding at 1080p while maintaining 35 FPS.
35? Just make it 720/60.
I mean, well, so yeah, it's 1080 35, but I'm sure like that's what I'm picking up here is, yeah, when you play in handheld mode, it will be 720/60. It's just when you put on your dock that it'll probably be that 1080 35.
I don't give me the option. How about 960? I'll take it.
Yeah. For more information on what to expect on Nintendo's upcoming console, check out our story detailing everything we know. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So we're getting closer. I feel like every time we report on this, they narrow down the release date a little bit more. This is probably the most solid thing we've gotten though. Where like all the devs most believable. All the devs are coming forward and saying, yeah, I know we've heard this from Nintendo. Like this is the case. It's interesting in the chat here. Carrie says, I've heard it will be later in 2025 too. So that's, yeah, I know initially we were thinking it could have been early because like that April or May, similar to or not April or May, March. We were thinking like March-ish because that's when the first one came out. Oh, maybe it'll stick, with a similar timeline or something like that. But now I'm almost wondering if is it going to be one of those situations where, oh, it didn't come out in March, but it came out in April? Or is it going to be a situation where maybe they don't announce it until March and it really is like a fall or late summer release? Like, is that a possibility that we get it?
I think later? That's one of the two. If I were a gambling man, I would probably bet on two scenarios. One, they follow the original plan. They announce it in October, right? They do the little preview video like we got for the original Switch. And then the system comes out in April, which is a pretty good gap, right? That's what, 6 months that people get to, get your cash together, get your, you know what I mean? Get ready for launch, get your pre-order in. And then there's the other scenario where they wait until the fiscal year is over of 2025 and then April announce it, then release it or launch it probably September? Because you want to get it before the holidays. Yeah. And you want to give people time to make sure that they can get it before the holidays. So September, October, November, that's 3 months you have to get it before the holidays. So those two seem pretty viable. Yeah. If I had to gamble, I'd say October, April.
Yeah. October or April. What if it, now this is wild because this doesn't happen. It's usually like Nintendo's released in spring. Generally, Sony and Xbox release in fall, right before the holidays. This is wild because it's kind of, as far as I know, not been a popular slot.
Yeah, but they've got a clear runway.
What if they do like a summer release? Kids are out on summer break. They got nothing else to do, and everyone's like, "Hey, let's get the family Switch too and play games together." Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but most people are putting their funds at that time like towards travel or towards a big summer outing or something like that. So that's why that's kind of dangerous.
That's
and most
true.
people usually aren't home. And I mean, granted, it's going to be a portable system, but really the big issue would be like everybody's traveling and your money's going towards traveling at that time.
Their whole marketing thing is like, take it on summer vacation with you anywhere.
Yeah, and then they're like, dude, we just paid $2,000 for this family vacation. We're not buying a Switch.
Yeah. No,
but I think the most reasonable for me is if they announce it in October with an event like they did before, or they announce it in October, they do an event in like November, December, and then it comes out in April. At the beginning of the next fiscal year.
A long lead up. Like, is that normally how long? Like, it just seems like a long time to be.
That's how long the original one was. It was just March instead of April.
Yeah, I guess it's a 1 month different, huh? Yeah, I guess I could get away with that. I mean, or they wait until, because they usually do like a January, February direct, right? Is there a chance they just do it there and it's released only like 3 or 4 months later?
No, that's not enough of a lead up. You got to give people time to save up.
Yeah.
And to plan accordingly.
Well, who knows? Nobody knows at this point, but we're getting closer. Every time we get a little bit more information, we're getting closer. I mean, obviously, as time goes on, we're going to know for sure because that's how time works. Mm-hmm. So hopefully sooner than later. So wait, what's the early? You're thinking there could be an event in November then?
I think they do a little preview in October. Like they drop the YouTube trailer in October.
Okay.
Then they do the onstage big showcase like they did last time. They do that again in November. And then the unit actually comes out in April. Because that gives people a really big runway. Because you have to also let people recover after the holidays too. So
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah.
All right, put in the calendars. Getting that Switch 2 event in October. Adrian said so. Industry Insider. Adrian Holmes.
I know you're mistaking me with Carrie.
Pocket Poppy over here. He's in the pocket of Nintendo, if you know what I mean.
I wish.
Carrie says what Adrian's saying would be ideal. I hope so. Heck yeah. Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the whole episode, the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.